Hello, welcome to my video on the organizational change model. This is Nicholas Andrews, presenting for my class EDTC 640. When first presented about organizational change model and looking at what we were going to discuss for the week, I was kind of unsure what was meant about organizational change model. Change, I thought, just happened and never focused on the details and how it actually happened, as well as how can we positively influence how change affects an organization. So it was interesting to look into these things. One of our first questions was based on Rogers' definitions. Is this innovation an optional innovation decision, collective innovation decision, or authority innovation decision? Initially, I considered that innovation was purely optional innovation decision. That is, once an individual or group of individuals share their new innovative ideas, it is the personal right for other members to adopt or reject those changes. With that being the case, it would be important to prepare myself as much as possible to persuade others to accept new innovations and changes, specifically new ideas about technology and education. As I continue to consider this question, I can also see how Rogers' definitions also include tidbits of collective innovation decision and authority innovation decision. On the collective side, innovation and change really happens when there's a vast majority of people have adopted a certain innovation. So as the collective group of members of an organization start to adapt to the new ideas and change, it's going to start spreading through the entire system. Along with that, I also see that it's authority innovation decision, because without the support of the authority figures in an organization, the innovation will not really ever take hold. So although I think it's mostly an optional innovation decision, I see that there's also parts of collective and authority innovation decision based on Rogers' definitions. Next, we are asked to think about our roles in regards to opinion leadership, especially as we are starting to become instructional technology specialists. Well, as a future instructional technology specialist, my role as an opinion leader is to generate buzz about using technology in the classroom. This requires me to spread the word about new ideas with technology and education by sharing my personal opinions and insights on these technologies. This can be done through my everyday conversations with my fellow teachers, or even through social media sources. But to be an effective opinion leader, I also need to be prepared to share my ideas and insights openly and frequently. This means fostering conversations with my colleagues about how technology can positively change the educational system and classroom. As I researched the term opinion leader, I began to realize I have already started to take on this role. Just this week, a fellow teacher asked me to help him copy a page from a small book. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it to work in the copier. So instead, I used my phone and a PDF scanner application to scan the page and email it to him. At this time, it did not seem like a big deal to me. But I see that these small acts can help the change in the school system. On top of this, I find myself drawn into conversations where I can share different types of educational technology. This includes sharing information about Khan Academy to AP Art History teachers and AP World History teachers, and discussing how to use video to record exercises with a physical education teacher, and openly sharing what applications and technology I'm using in my classroom with my fellow teachers. Through all of these situations, it is supporting and creating a buzz and making teachers think about using technology in their classroom and understanding how it can positively affect their classroom. I believe these situations embody what it means to be an opinion leader, and now I recognize how important they really are in the innovation process. The next thing we were asked to do was to list one strategy based on Rogers' model that I could use to support the change process. The one strategy I found the most relevant and useful was based on Rogers' adopters categories. While I see myself as an innovator, I recognize many teachers I work with who I would consider early adopters, while others I know would be late adopters or laggards. No one will disagree that change is hard, but technology has the potential to advance education far beyond what it is now. In order to do so, I can't be the only one leading the innovations and change within my school district. According to Gahn and Smith, in their article posted on ISTE's website, effective leaders place coaches strategically within the organization to develop, model, and implement the vision. After reading this, I began to see the bigger picture as a leader of technology. Technology innovation in the education system. Simply put, I can't do it myself. To reach the tipping point, I must focus my influence on small groups of individuals at a time. More specifically, individuals who will become early adopters. Once I have been able to persuade a few early adopters to use innovative technology methods in their teaching, they can help support the innovators and foster the ideas. By doing so, I hope these early adopters will be able to support and assist late adopters or laggards through the innovation process while also converting them to adopt the innovation as well. After repeating this several times, hopefully my school and district would have enough coaches in the system to help reach the tipping point where the initial innovative educational technology ideas and changes are the norms within the entire school system. Lastly, we were asked to list a specific method or strategy that we could use when working with late adopters and laggards to change. Well, along with using early adopters to help me lead the innovation process and change, it is also important to seek out other future opinion leaders when working with late adopters and laggards. According to Conyers and Smith, in their article based on adopting innovation, they state the following strategy. Get opinion leaders on your side. Seek out the support of influential colleagues and administrators who are likely to become early adopters of an initiative and willing to spread the positive word to others. I work as a teacher in a decently large school district consisting of 20 elementary schools, 8 middle schools, 7 high schools, and 4 educational centers. That includes 26,390 students and 3,442 employees. It is unrealistic to believe I can influence so many schools and people myself. As an opinion leader on educational technology, I only can reach those I have immediate contact with, whether it be through face-to-face communication or through social media. In order to spread change and innovations throughout the system, I must recruit the help of others. This means I need to find other teachers and administrators who I see as early adopters and will openly support and share the innovation of technology in education. This may seem like I'm leaving people out, especially those who may be late adopters or laggards, but it is the only way to lead change in the organization. With a few recruits in my corners, the initial innovations would reach more people than I could ever reach alone. As these individuals become new opinion leaders, they'll be on the front lines working and supporting others who could be identified as late adopters or laggards. Furthermore, these new opinion leaders may be able to reach others in ways I had never thought of, such as directly relating technology innovations and to a specific content area, or just working with them in a face-to-face setting. Through this process, I could indirectly shift the normal state of educational organization to support changes in technology and start seeing the innovations take hold. In conclusion of the whole organizational change, I started to realize that I can't micromanage and I can't expect to change every single person myself, and that I'm going to need to seek out support of others to help persuade people to adopt innovations and changes, especially with using technology. I also need to be prepared to be an opinion leader and openly embrace that role when I talk to other educators and other administrators. This means being prepared with different ways to open up conversation about technology, or just being well versed in technology and how it can be applied to other subject areas. And lastly, I need to not start with changing everyone, but influence others to become opinion leaders themselves so that they can support me with this change in my school district. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And please drop some comments. I'd love to hear back.